If you're just starting out learning to paint, there are a few things you should think about before you actually start painting. Which medium do you want to use? Where and how will you paint? And what gear and materials will you need? Most importantly, which medium do you want to paint in? You may already have a preference from looking at different kinds of paintings, and that's a great way to start. I'll do a separate video on the pros and cons of painting with watercolor, acrylics, and oils. But I want to mention a few things here because your choice of medium affects your painting setup and the gear and materials that you'll need. Let's talk first about where in your house or apartment you can paint. Most of us don't have a dedicated room to paint in when we start out. It's probably easiest to use a guest bedroom if you have one, or the kitchen or dining room table, with an expectation that you'll set up each time you want to paint and clean up and put everything away afterwards. Which one of these options is going to be best for you? Well, I think that really depends on whether you want to paint standing up or sitting down. Oil and acrylic painting are commonly done standing up using an easel that sits on the floor like this one, and there are also many that are considerably simpler than this one and easier to carry around. Or you can paint sitting down using a tabletop easel. This is a very simple and inexpensive one. It folds up, it's easy to put it away and bring it out when you need it. For watercolor, you can stand up or sit down, but it's important to have the surface of the painting sitting flat, either on a table or on a countertop or a stand, because you're going to need to be able to control the flow of the water into and on the paper as you're painting. So if using a table or counter sounds good to you, then the kitchen or dining table may be a good bet. If you want to stand, a guest room may have enough room to set up your easel. And don't worry, I'm going to go over the gear like the easel and the materials like the paint and brushes in a different video. If you have an extra room where you can leave everything set up, lucky you. Take a look at my video on the bedroom studio where I show how on a minimal budget I converted a bedroom into a small studio using leftover and IKEA furniture. See you next time.